Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
A very good morning to all our viewers. This is Primetime Sunrise coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. I'm Joel Outscoon and now it is the 28th of January 2015. Let's first take a look at the headlines for this morning. Three-wheeler fares to be reduced by 10%. Apples imported from the US removed from the market. Discussions to be held to lift the ban on the exportation of fish to Europe. On to your top story this morning, three-wheel owners have agreed to reduce travel charges by 10%. Minister of Internal Transport Ranjit Madhuma Bandara said they arrived at the decision following discussions with Three-Wheel Drivers Association.
In order
to provide the benefits of the reduced oil prices, we reduced the bus fares of both SLTB and private buses. Subsequently, we held discussions with the members of the Three-Wheel Association. They too agreed to reduce their fares by 10% by the end of this month. I extend my gratitude to both the bus owners and three-wheel owners for agreeing to hold discussions with us and reducing fares.
The Ministry of Fisheries says that rounds of talks centering on the ban imposed of fish exported from Sri Lanka by the European Commission is scheduled to be held today. State Minister of Fisheries Dilip Vedarachchi said that talks annul the ban will be held in Brussels today with the participation of a group of officials including the Secretary to the Ministry.
We have taken up the responsibility to implement all the conditions put forward by the European Commission within 6 months. Foreign Minister Mangala Samaravira and the Secretary to my ministry went to the EU to hold discussions yesterday. Therefore, I believe with the trust they place on the new government, some concession will be given to us.
Touching on one of our headline-making stories this morning, the Colombo Municipal Council says that steps have been taken to remove all US imported apple stocks due to the threat of a spread of bacteria infested. Now, the Chief Medical Officer Ruan Vijay of the CMC said that apples will be discarded and collected at the depository.
All steps have been taken to remove apples from stores within the Colombo area that were imported from abroad which are infected with bacteria. I can assure that by today all the apples from the stores have been taken off. I make a request once again to all consumers to refrain from purchasing apples or any fruit without the batch code and the details of the imported country.
Well, now the Government Medical Officers Association says that if wages of state sector employees are to be increased, it should be done in accordance with the National Wages Policy. Assistant Secretary of the Association, Dr. Navin D'Souza, made this statement while addressing a media briefing yesterday.
With the
implementation of the National Wages Policy in 2006, it functioned with a salary difference of 1:3.8 ratio. In the recently concluded presidential election, current President His Excellency Maithripala Sirisena put forward a 100-day program. In this 100-day program, it is clearly stated that the wages of state sector employees will be increased by 5,000 rupees. If this 5,000 or 10,000 rupees is proportionately added to the basic salary, we would agree to it. Likewise, within that agreement itself, the current national wages policy must apply to everyone in a way where all the basic salaries of others are increased.
Northwestern Provincial Councillor Sanat Nishanta has been released on bail. According to the police, the provincial councillor handed himself over to the Amadua police through a lawyer and was later taken into custody. He was accused of damaging a state setup for the recently concluded presidential election and levelling death threats against the individual. The councillor in question was later released on a surety bail of 100,000 rupees, subsequent to being produced before the Putlam Magistrate Court yesterday. Chief Minister of the Uva Province, Haring Fernando, says that he is planning on calling for a special report on the environmental issues that have arisen with regard to the Uma Oya project. The Chief Minister expressed his views during a media briefing held in Badulla yesterday.
The Uma Oya project has been initiated without the report from an environmentalist. Millions of rupees have already gone into waste. However, this is still in its initial stage. If we do not stop this immediately, it will pose a grave threat to the Badulla district, especially in the Bandaravali area facing the threat of a cave-in. Therefore, we are hoping to call a special report in this regard. As the Chief Minister, I am hoping to discuss this matter with the President and the Prime Minister.
The Chief Minister also expressed views about taking disciplinary action against SLFP members who supported the change of power in the Uva province.
Opposition leader says that disciplinary action will be taken against SLFP members who supported the UMP. Then I would like to tell them that disciplinary action should be taken against the party chairman and other members of the SLFP, including Duminda Disanaika and Rajit Senoratna. How can this only affect those who supported the SLFP members who supported the UMP in the Uva province?
For the very latest news, simply log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. With that, we wrap up Primetime Sunrise for today. Thank you very much for joining us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Joel Outskun. Have yourself a great day ahead.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.